The mystery unveiled. Love, courtship, marriage. Roses and petals, flashes and photos. The crowd is growing. The people are streaming in. The day is colorful. The event unmatched. Tying the knot with the love of my life. Finally, I get to say, I do. I do to love. I do to marriage. I do to Judy. And at the same time, waving goodbye to singleness, to loneliness, and to a cold bed. All that is in my mind is gratitude. All that is in my heart is love. And all that is in my spirit is joy unspeakable. Finally, the day that was long awaited for is here with us. Suddenly, the lengthy days, weeks, months, years have come to a halt. For the first time, the long wait has turned into slow motion. Yes, I'm about to give her my name, my identity, my everything, and not just mere sweet names commonly used, babe, darling, sweetheart, Omhana Wanje, but most importantly, Her Excellency, Mrs. Judy Munala. Finally, the hour is come, the moment is here, the vows are exchanged. I, Kelly Munala Ambuli, take you, Judy Chepkoech Toet, as my lawfully wedded wife, to love and to hold, to care and to cherish, in health and in more health, forsaking all just to have you. So help me God. Whoo! The crowd cheers, my heart rejoices as she also makes a similar passionate confession. The day is a success, the event electrifying, the captions are amazing, consumption is beyond expression. It's the beginning of the traditional happily ever after. All my troubles are over. All the failed heartbreaks are behind me. With all the genuine love that we feel towards each other, it is certain that we'll never disagree, contend, or quarrel about anything. Today marks the beginning of a never-ending honeymoon, forever Valentine's Day, or so to speak. Finally, we are setting up our empire. The gifts unwrapped, the days progress. Suddenly, reality begins to dawn. The rat race has to continue. The bills have to be paid. The house has to be cleaned. The meals have to be prepared. The clothes have to be washed. Roles seems to clash. Expectations unmet. My traditional ways of doing things seems to face steep opposition from her. Why did you leave the socks in the shoes, the dirty clothes in the bed, the clean cup in the sink, the lights on during the day? This is how things are done, she would say. No, this is how things are done, I would protest. Small issues ballooned and became great contentions. What I considered real issues are non-issues to her. What she considers real issues are non-issues to me. No problem. Puzzle A is solved. We forgive each other, just like we are taught in the premarital class. You do not have to understand everything. Apologize first, understand later. But all this appeared to be a vicious cycle, a race in an unending spiral. No sooner will we close on one issue that the next will surface. Unintentionally, our conversations will turn into yellings to shoutings to screaming matches. It's crystal clear, very evident that there are serious barriers in our communication channels. It's not just what I said, but what did you mean when you said you love coffee more than tea? Our toothpaste is moving fast. Our bills are swelling up. It seemed as if every conversation, no matter how well it was intended, was destined to end in arguments and in yellings. Did heaven fix me? Was it a setup? Did I really make the right choice? Am I the only one experiencing this? With whom can I share this with? Will they really understand what is happening? How can two people who are genuinely loving each other seem to fall apart without the involvement of any third party? How can we be our own undoing, yet we are compelled to act it out in the public, in church, in family gatherings, and in the street that all is well when it's not? In fact, it appears as if I don't feel the same butterflies all the times. And looking at her, when she gets mad, I can almost tell the feeling is mutual. What happened to us? Is marriage a hoax? Is marriage overrated? How did our parents make it? Is there a secret not shared? Is there a truth not revealed? Is someone riding on our ignorance? The light comes. The thief comes not, but to steal, to kill, and to destroy. I am come that they might have life and have it more abundantly. My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. Because thou hast rejected knowledge, I will reject thee. Though one may be overpowered, two can defend themselves. A cord of 3 strands is not quickly broken. From the above scriptures, we can tell love feeling alone can never sustain marriage. A successful marriage is as a result of knowledge. Feelings and emotions alone will not be able to keep you from quarrels and disagreements. It requires more than desire to have a victorious marriage. Just like success in any area of your life, success in marriage is as a result of adhering to clearly defined pathways. Wishing, hoping, intentions alone won't get the job done. A good marriage has to be worked out, invested in, dedicated to God. What you do not work out will never work out. Through wisdom is a house built, by understanding it is established, and by knowledge shall the chambers be filled with all precious and pleasant riches. A wise man is strong, yea, a man of knowledge increases strength. Wisdom is the principal thing, therefore get wisdom, and in all thy gettings get understanding. If the axe head is dull, then much strength shall be required, but wisdom brings success. A genuine desire to learn, understand, and implement the necessary principles of kingdom marriage is what will make a home to thrive. A good marriage focuses on upholding each other, understanding one another, rather than striving to prove to the world that you love each other. The shoot, while understanding the root is missing when the scorching sun comes. Watch out. The photos are good, the captions impressive, the matching clothes adorable, but most importantly, strive to ensure that you understand your partner. It's imperative to know that as far as arguments are concerned in marriage, there are no winners or losers. Marriage is a relationship. Yes, it's a ship cast in the middle of the sea. The safety of the ship is what guarantees the safety of the passengers. An excessive desire to win an argument or pass a point in marriage is the perfect recipe of heartaches, separations, and sadly, divorce. We can all avoid this by choosing to rather lose an argument, apologize indefinitely, despite having a bunch of points to prove as to why your partner should apologize first. It is better to lose an argument in marriage than to win it and become single. For marriage to thrive, it requires knowledge, humility, understanding, and most importantly, God. Yes, unless the Lord builds the house, they labor in vain who builds it. Unless the Lord guards the city, the watchman watches over it in vain. The understanding and the application of this truth is the anchor and the insurance policy that guarantees success in love, courtship, and marriage. Not to say we are perfect as a couple, but with a lot of humility, ushering and pointing out to the world the perfecter and the defender of homes, Jesus. Marriage is sweet. Marriage is lovely. Marriage is adorable. Only second to heaven, marriage is a gift from God. Understanding the bigger picture. Marriage is never an intention or invention of man, the thinking of civilization, or the idea of Hollywood, Pornhub, or a fairy tale in a novel. Marriage is an invention from God, a very ancient, established truth in heaven that was brought on earth to unveil the mysteries of God, allowing it to be done on earth as it is in heaven. Therefore, all we need to do is to align ourselves with what is already established, the original, the pattern, the object, the principles, and unoppositely, everything will fall into place. The already big and established picture is Christ and the church. Ephesians 5:25. Husbands, love your wife, even as Christ also loved the church and gave himself for it, that he might present to himself a glorious church, not having spots or wrinkles or any such thing, but that it should be holy and without blame. Therefore, my demonstration of love to my wife is not just to receive accolades from men that I'm a good and a loving husband, but most importantly, to demonstrate and reflect the love of Christ by nourishing, cherishing, and caring for my own. May God bless you as he grants you victory in the area of courtship, love, and marriage. Shalom.